Hello, welcome to our first student learning module, Stress Management Middle School Edition. During this module, you will learn how to manage your stress during this unique time. Both myself and Ms. Mathesius will be presenting to you today. First, it's important to define what stress is. Stress is a physical, social, or mental event or condition that requires us to cope with a given situation. It's the body's way of preparing to deal with a tough situation. Stress is something that everyone will experience at one point in their life. It's important to recognize and learn how to manage those feelings. Before we dive more into stress, let's do a quick activity. Grab a piece of paper and pen. Write down your most common stressor and fold the paper up very small. Sometimes we may find it hard to determine exactly what's causing our stress. Sometimes it's hard to realize that our body's symptoms are related to stress. Hopefully with this module, you will learn how to pinpoint your stressors, understand your body and how it reacts to stress, and feel more comfortable with talking about stress. Everybody's body is different on how it responds to stress. These are the most common ways bodies respond: stomach ache, muscle tightness, headaches, sweating, crying, easily frustrated, and trouble sleeping. Can you think of any other ways your body may respond to stress? What causes stress? Throughout life, we're faced with stressors that can cause stress. Some of these are social distancing, work that feels too hard or complicated, too much work, tests, responsibilities, friendships, family, change, as in moving to a new home, a new town, starting a new school, starting a new school year, illness, or feeling overwhelmed. These are just a few examples. If you look at the list, there is family and friendship on there. Some people may actually rely on their family and friends when they are feeling stressed as a way of support. As I mentioned earlier, stress can impact and look differently on everyone. The first stressor that was listed on the previous slide was social distancing. We listed that one first because during this unique time, a lot of kids and adults are missing social interactions with their friends and family. Let's review a few ways to handle stress while we're at home. Make sure you enjoy some me time. Find a comfortable spot where you can take some time for yourself to read a book, play a video game, watch a show, or do some baking. Make sure you're engaging in some sort of stress-reducing activity. You could ride a bike, dance, or draw. It's important to take care of yourself physically and mentally. It's also important to manage and organize your time so that you can be proactively preventing stress. Now that we've begun the fourth marking period, it's important to utilize a schedule to keep organized with your live and recorded classes, in addition to assignments and preparing for assessments. Find what works for you: a desk calendar, a whiteboard, or your school agenda. If you are proactive by organizing your school schedule, that will help eliminate some of your stressors. Lastly, enjoy some family time. Have a dinner together or go for a walk. This is a great time to reconnect as a family. It's so common for families to eat on the go, have multiple practices, plays, or business trips. Once again, just another great time to appreciate your family. There's a lot of information about the virus that's being posted or spread online. It is important to be mindful and aware of the news that you are reading to make sure it's coming from a credible source. Keep in mind that information about the virus is evolving and being updated at a quick pace. Don't overwhelm yourself by consistently looking up information. The CDC and NJ.gov website are two reliable sites with credible information. Talk to your parents, teachers, or another trusted adult if you have concerns or questions about what you've read. During this time, it's important to take care of yourself physically and emotionally. like I stated before, make sure you get a good night's sleep and maintain a balanced diet. Once you've accomplished your academic responsibilities, make sure to take some time for you. Feeling frustrated with schoolwork? Whether it's during distance learning or during a typical school day, it's easy to feel frustrated with schoolwork, whether the work is difficult or too much, or you have multiple questions. First, it's important for you to recognize and acknowledge when you are feeling frustrated. It's okay. Everyone feels frustrated from time to time. Once you make that acknowledgement, you're on your way to the next step. Take a break from your computer and schoolwork. Go for a walk or listen to some music. Try taking a minute to slow your breathing or take some deep breaths. Take a break with whatever method works best for you. Make sure you're getting a good night's sleep and resting properly. Frustration can set in quickly if you're overtired. Being hungry also doesn't help. So if you're feeling a little hungry, take a break, grab a quick snack. We have covered what stress may do to our body, what stressors can cause stress, and a few tips on how to handle stress when at home during the social distancing period. Let's review a few more specific techniques that can help with handling stress. There are many activities that will meet each individual's needs. Let's check out a few ideas with Ms. Mathesius.
Hi everyone, this is Ms. Mathesius here, and I'm going to talk about some ways to help manage stress. Deep breathing can be a very powerful technique to use when you are feeling stressed. Grab a jar of bubbles or chew some bubble gum. Making bubbles is a fun and easy way to deepen your breath, which slows down the stress response in your body and shifts your attention to the present moment. Coloring is an activity that we tend to associate with little children. As we grow older, we put aside our crayons and colored pencils in favor of more respectable writing utensils, like pens and highlighters. However, it turns out coloring can actually be very beneficial, namely for its de-stressing power. Coloring has a de-stressing effect because when we focus on a particular activity, we focus on it and not on our worries. But it also brings out our imagination and takes us back to our childhood, a period in which we most certainly had a lot less stress. I recommend it as a relaxation technique. We can use it to connect with how we feel, since depending on our mood, we choose different colors or intensity. I myself have practiced coloring. I recommend it in a quiet environment, even with chill music playing in the background. Go ahead and let the color and lines flow. Print out the slide and go ahead and try. Here is a way to give our busy brains a break by using this simple guide to guided relaxation. Guided relaxation is just what it sounds like. Someone walking you through how to relax. Doing this as a regular practice in your day can help your mental and physical health. This is something you can do at home in your free time, before bed, or when you wake up in the morning. I've included a link in the slide to a free YouTube guided relaxation called The Cleansing Wind. You can print out the simple guide to relaxation and use it before you listen to The Cleansing Wind. The simple guide recommends using a pillow or blanket if it's helpful, dimming the lights of whatever room you might be in, and find a comfortable place where you can either sit or lie down. Here's the simple guide to relaxation that you can feel free and print out and use alongside with it. Yoga is another way to reduce stress while staying at home during these challenging times. Unlike some activities, you can practice yoga in a small space with little to no equipment. So why yoga? Well, simply because it works. Teens who practice yoga experience less anxiety and less stress. Yoga also improves well-being, including increased self-esteem, self-awareness, and hope. Check out the YouTube link, What Are the Benefits of Yoga, for more information. And check out the Yoga for Teens link to try out a yoga class created just for teens. Negative self-talk is a common yet harmful coping strategy. Have you ever said things to yourself like, I can't do anything right, or this homework is impossible? We call this kind of negative self-talk unhelpful thoughts. Unhelpful thoughts like these hinder us from effectively managing our emotions and making healthy and responsible decisions. Unhelpful thoughts can negatively affect your self-esteem and mental health. Learning to recognize unhelpful thoughts and transforming them into helpful thoughts becomes more and more important. When you notice yourself saying something negative out loud or in your head, stop those thoughts by saying stop out loud. This can be a powerful method, and you may find yourself surprised with how many times you are stopping negative thoughts throughout your day. Here are some examples of negative self-talk and how you can apply a positive thinking twist to them. Instead of saying, I've never done it before, try saying, it's an opportunity to learn something new. Or, instead of thinking, there's no way this will work, try thinking, I can try to make this work. Change self-limiting statements to questions. Take self-limiting statements like, I can't and it's impossible, and change your mindset. Try asking yourself, how can I do this? How can I make this possible? By asking yourself hopeful questions, you can continue down the path of positive self-talk. Teen journaling is a tool that will help you understand yourself better, and it has been proven to lower stress and can change your mindset from negative to positive. Journaling is best done in a comfortable, relaxing, and quiet setting, free from interruptions and distractions. Each journal entry should be dated so that your journal becomes a personal history of your growth and experiences. And don't worry about spelling, grammar, or punctuation. When journaling, feel free to use pens, pencils, markers, crayons, or even brushes. Colors help express feelings and are more fun to use. Another form of journaling you can try is the free app called 1 Second Every Day. 1 Second Every Day is a video diary that makes it easy to take your day-to-day moments and create a meaningful movie of your life. It's a home for all of your notable memories, not just the Insta-worthy ones. Here are some important final reminders. Remember, the feeling of being frustrated is temporary. Being frustrated can cause you to place too much emphasis on the completion of a task. The feeling will pass, and your schoolwork is not worth the frustration. Stay positive. Take a step back and reevaluate the problem. Sometimes it helps to switch to another subject or assignment in order to take a break and gain a better perspective. Ask for help from your teacher or parent. They can help you work through the assignment, explain it differently, and provide the support you need during this time. Thank you for joining us for our first learning module. We hope this information was very helpful and you can utilize some, if not all, of these techniques during this time. As always, we are here for additional support should you need us. If you find that you are overly stressed and having difficulty managing those feelings, please reach out to a parent or a trusted adult for help.